Yes, yes, yes. Namaste. Gerald Peters, welcome back to my channel. As if you probably know, if you follow me for a while, I post a lot more on Instagram than I do here on YouTube. I need to focus more on it. But listen, I don't like to edit fucking videos. So they're not going to be that fucking fancy because I don't like to edit. I'm busy. I'm actually doing shit to make a living. Okay? Like I'm doing things to make money. Like I'm trying to get rich. I don't have time to sit around editing videos. Look, I got paint on me. I work. A lot of people don't work, man. They just talk about, a lot of these people you find, they just talk about shit. They're not actually doing shit. In this office, we manage a portfolio of real estate. I actually write books. I've written 7 books. That means I got to sit down and type. I ain't got time to edit videos. So this book here, I wrote a long time ago, like 12 years ago. This was my first attempt at writing. Listen, I was terrible in high school. I hated school. All I wanted to do was get the fuck out of school. I went to the Army. Didn't even conceive in my mind that I would borrow money and go to college. Are you crazy? Borrow money to do some shit I don't even like to do, which was go to school, which is funny now because I spend so much time self-educating. One thing about human beings, we are the only animal on planet Earth that can train itself. A dolphin cannot train itself to play piano, but you could. A dolphin cannot figure out how to buy an apartment building, but you could. A dolphin can't write a book, but you can. So, all that to say, human beings are superior to animals in the sense that we can train ourselves. We have a connection with the universe that other people, other animals on this planet don't have. We have creative intelligence, right? In this book, it's called The Psychology of Creating Goals and Extraordinary Wealth. That's me as a young man in my 30s running a marathon. Now on Instagram, I've been kind of working through this book. My last video about emotions are contagious, right? Emotion, get fired up about shit, was out of this book. Chapter 8 is super important. It's entitled Mastering Skills. What's cool about this book is the chapters are like 3 pages. So all you guys with little pea brains that can't read, you can get through it. Most of it's pictures. Most of it's pictures. I know a lot of people, I get that a lot. Gerald, I don't like to read. Well, guess what? I do all kinds of fucking things I don't like to do. Reading is super important. If you don't read, you will always be poor. You have to read at times. Now, luckily, I don't read as much anymore as I used to because now we have the advent of podcasts and videos, and so you can listen to a lot of shit. And so that's cool too. Audio books. Now, don't tell me I don't like to listen, okay? That's just dumb. So you can listen, you can watch, right? So if you don't like to read, there's still ways you can take in the content and the information, right? But chapter 8, I talk about mastering skills, okay? You have to. So this whole book is about goals, setting goals. And goals suck, dreaming, write them down. And they say, write down your goals. And truth is, you're not going to fucking do it. Nobody ever does. Nobody writes their goals down. They all say they will. They don't write them down. The people who do are way more chance of succeeding. You know what this book here is? My book on trading. I've sold a lot of copies of this book, The Money Flow Trading System. You know what this really was? My trading plan. One of the things you'll learn as you begin to become a trader, you should write down your trading plan. You want to write it down. This is what triggers me to buy something. This is what triggers me to sell something. This is what this means. This is what that means. Write that shit down. A life worth living is a life worth recording. Write it down. And that's what I did. I had no intention of selling this shit. Just as I got better and better and better, and people would ask me, well, how you do this? How you do that? I say, well, here, I wrote it down. Here's a copy of my trade plan. Then I realized, why am I just giving this shit away? I should charge this guy $47 for my 21 years of experience, right? But some people, you ever see that dinosaur where their arms don't quite, like they just kind of, like the T-Rex they call it? That's a lot of people. They can't quite reach their wallet. And I mean, $47, that seems like a lot of money to some people. Avoid those people, man. Avoid cheap people. There's a difference between being frugal and cheap. Now, some people might say that my Coors is cheap. I happen to like Coors. Back to chapter 8. 5 steps to mastering a skill. Step number 1, initial impact. It has to be an impact. Meaning you don't gradually go into this shit. You go in. I don't like to use the term all in, but you involve yourself. You submerge yourself. I used to call this damn, what did we call it in my sales thing? I used to teach sales class. What did we call it? The first 90 days I would tell people to internalize the system. Meaning like when you come into trading, one of the things I tell you, don't worry about making money. Learn the triggers. Learn where the targets are. Learn where to put stops. Learn stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. Learn to read a chart. Learn about the indicators. Immerse yourself. Impact. Jump in. Like jumping into cold water. Like jump in on that shit. Like don't half-ass do it. Stop being the guy go, do you have something for really basic beginners? No. Be a fucking adult and start reading and studying. That's how you do it, okay? No more baby shit. Like, just immerse yourself. You want to learn to play a piano? Buy a fucking piano and put it in your house and then start fucking playing. That's how you do it. And you do it day after day after day. And guess what? You watch piano videos. You get piano magazines. You buy piano books. You put pictures of people playing piano on your wall. You act like you actually want to do it. What is that called? That's called making an initial impact, okay? To learn a new skill or make a change in your life, you need to make a serious initial impact. Now in chapter 3, chapter 3 is entitled Must-Dos. You change your circumstances when you change your habits. The first step to implementing a goal is to make it a must-do. It's not optional. None of this nonsense about if I have time, because you find time to eat, and most of you eat too fucking much, right? You find time to sleep, and can I say something about sleep? I always say this. Most people sleep too much. Most people, and I say, listen, you need to create an 8th day. I don't think I made that up, but when I talk about the 8th day, the way that I wrote books, I've written 7 books, is I created an 8th day, meaning my family, my people at work, all this shit was coming at me. Life is hard, man, and I can't find time. You have a book in you, a song in you, a painting, something in you, but life fucks with you. Like people, all this shit is coming at you, and you can't find time. And you want to be a rapper, and you got 2 rap songs instead of 100. You want to be a writer, and you can't find time to write. You want to be a trader, you can't find time to trade. You want to start a business, and all this shit is coming at you, right? Is that familiar? Well, same with me. And the way I did it was I created the 8th day. I stole an hour every fucking day. That's 7 hours, basically. Most people work 7-8 hours a day. That's where I got the term the 8th day. Is I created an 8th day by stealing a little bit of time. I'd get up before my family. I'd go to bed after them. Now I'm old. It's harder to do it at 50. But when I was 30, that shit's not that hard. And every time I say this stuff, I get people go, sleep is very important, Gerald. People need a balanced life and No, you don't! No, you don't need a balanced fucking life. Stop that shit. That's for people who don't want to do anything. That's for people who are comfortable where they are. And that's you. I don't know why you're following me. I'm not trying to talk to people who are comfortable. So if you're fucking comfortable, turn off the fucking thing and go do something else. People I'm talking to are broke. And they don't need a balanced life. They need an unfucking balanced life. They need to work. They need to work harder and save more. Because if you haven't noticed, this world doesn't give a shit about you. The government, your people, nobody cares. So you better care. You better act like you mean it. Stop talking about a balanced life and how important rest is and all that bullshit. And I hear this all the time. Guys like, well, you'd probably have me reading all the time. Man, you ain't reading all the time. You ain't exercising all the time. You're not doing all this shit all the time. Stop acting like you are. People like, well, you gotta have, no, you don't. Because nobody's doing that. I'm not meeting people who are working themselves to death. I'm meeting people that are working like 30, 40 fucking hours a week. That's part-time, man. So no, I don't think most people are working too hard. I think most of the people saying you need to do, you need to rest life, those people aren't doing shit. And they want you to not do shit with them. But if you're fucking busy, if you're on a mission, if you're trying to accomplish something, you want to write 7 books as an average person, guess what? You're not going to be fucking balanced. And guess what? Sometimes you're going to be tired. That's the truth. So step number 1 to mastering a skill is, number 1, major impact. Go all in. You should change the way you think. So here a while back, I changed my opinion on crypto. All right? Changed my opinion. I've been wrong. It's going up. It's been 10 years now as an asset class. So guess what I began to do? I got to make up for lost time. So guess what I've been doing? 1 to 2 hours every fucking day studying crypto. Every day. Every day. Day in, day out, day in. Now I'm on like day 60. And guess what? I probably know more than some of you guys that have been saying that shit for a long time. Why? Because I need an initial impact. I got to learn as much as I can, as fast as I can. Get it? Initial impact. Repetition. Number 2, it is only through the repetition that activity becomes ingrained into the subconscious mind. Repetition is the mother of skill. What you do over and over and over. Over and over and over. This is why, Michael Jordan shoots free throws over and over and over. Tiger Woods hitting the putt over and over. Stage 1, stage 2 breakout. We're looking for undervalued stock. Like it never changes. I talk about it all the time. Trading to me is boring as fuck. Why? Because it's the same thing over and over and over. Same way I learn about anything is how I learn about Bitcoin. And here very long, I'll know way more than most of you. Some of you have been in it for fucking 10 years and I'll know way more. Why? Because I'm just going to deep dive and learn every fucking thing I can. Get it? You see? So when you decide to do something, master that shit or don't do it. Don't waste time doing shit half-assed. There's no point to it, okay? So number 1, initial impact. Number 2, repetition, right? Only through repetition become ingrained in your subconscious. It needs to become a must-do. You must do it. Runners don't work out. They run because they're runners. Traders don't have to be told to trade. They trade because they're traders, right? Writers don't have to be told to write. They write because they are fucking alive. They're writers. Once it becomes like that, man, it becomes easy. Number 3, utilization. Immediately begin applying new skills into your daily life. So if you want to start trading, get the book, put on a fucking trade the next day. The next day, put on a trade. You don't just spend a lot of, buy 2 shares, whatever. Well, 3. You always buy in groups of 3, okay? Buy in groups of 3. 1, because we need to take profits, right? And we might need to downsize if it moves against us, right? That's part of the trading plan, right out of my book. So utilization, begin immediately applying new skills into your daily life. Number 4, integration. Put it into play. Integrate new concepts and skills into your daily life. So the moment I decided on Bitcoin, here's what I did. I went and bought fucking Bitcoin. And by the end of the month, I had $25,000 of Bitcoin. Why? Initial impact, repetition, utilization, and integration. I immediately began doing it. Every day, hundreds of dollars, every day, every day. Why? Repetition. I needed to convince, I can't just say shit, I have to act on it. And so I need to get $250,000 in here. I need 25,000. I need fucking $1 million of it, right? So like the moment I decide, like that's what I did with stocks. The moment I decide I was buying real estate, I need at least 10 houses or why fucking do it, right? I need at least $1 million in stocks or why do it? So that's the goal. The moment, right? Holding thought and formless substance. So this is what I'm thinking to myself. I need 100,000 in Bitcoin. I need 100,000 in Bitcoin. I need $1 million in stocks. I need $5 million in real estate, right? Think big, and every day live and act on it. Change your mind so you begin to take these steps every day, right? So I'm sorry, you couldn't buy $5 a day of something? Is that too hard? Is that hard? Is it hard to commit? I mean, we talk. Is it hard to commit? But it's so hard, Joe. It's so hard. The success in any skill requires obsession. You ever notice I'm a little obsessed? I've been trading 21 years. 21 years. I don't miss a day, no matter what. The day I miss, I'll be me dead. That's it. I trade every day. I don't give a fuck what's going on. If it's snowing right now, we have no electricity. I was trading on my phone today. Running my trading group, all that shit from my phone. It was aggravating as hell, but guess what? We keep trading. I had to go stand in the snow with my phone because there's no electricity right now in Texas. So I had to go stand in a fucking yard at 5 degrees with my phone to trade. A lot of people wouldn't even bother trading. You see what I'm saying? We're committed to the process. Number 5 is reinforcement. The secret of success is consistency. Continue to use your new skill. So I'm just using crypto as an example because that's the newest thing that I decided to learn. I decided to master it no more than all you fucks. That's what I decided, that I would know more. And so by the end of the year, I'll know more than anyone that I know about it. I'll know all about it inside and out. Who created, started the fucking history, where it was 5 years ago, where it was a week ago, where it was 5 years from now, where it's going, who the largest holders are, what's going on. Like, I'm going to try to completely master it once I've decided to do something, or I don't want to do it, right? That's it. Like, either I'm all in or I'm all out. One or the other. That's just how I do it. Reinforcement. So remember when I said I'm buying every day? Why? Why do I buy stocks every day? Reinforcement. Why do we go to the gym every day? Reinforcement. Why do we do something every day? Repetition, some other skill. Reinforcement. Okay? So you're trading every day. You're watching your charts every day. You're actually doing the things you're doing every day. If you're going to be a writer, you're writing every day. If you're a rapper, you rap every day. If you're a video editor, if you want to be an influencer, you have to post. I get people all the time asking me, how do you grow your channel? How do you do this? Is like work? Like just what I just said, what I'm showing you right here, initial impact, go all in, start posting, put up shit, right? Repetition, utilization, begin learning new skills, begin immediately applying it, integrate it into your life so you begin to post all about your life. Shit's not hard, right? Reinforce it, like you're doing it over and over. That's the 5 steps to mastering any skill, man. It could be to grow in your YouTube channel here, right? Your initial impact, go all in, create your channel, put up the images, blah, blah, blah. Repetition, through you realize that only through repetition can it get you, so you start talking. I'm an influencer, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a whatever it is you're doing. You're talking about it, you're posting it, you're looking at shit from it, right? Utilization, you begin to immediately begin to apply new skills. You begin to post every day, comment every day, hashtag like you're learning, right? You begin to share it, you post it out on Twitter, you put that shit on your Instagram. You act like you give a fuck, right? That's how you do it. That's how you do trading too. So if you become a trader, you shouldn't need someone like me telling you subscribe to Barron's, because traders subscribe to shit. So you would subscribe to Barron's. You'd maybe the Wall Street Journal. You're watching CNBC. You're looking at other shit, right? You're not chasing money. You begin to become a person who's a money getter, not a money chaser, right? And so what? Your mind begins to change. Things change in your life. So initial impact, repetition, utilization, integration, and reinforcement. Right out of my book. Repetition is the mother of skill. Appreciate it. Hey, follow. I know I yelled a lot, man. I want to apologize right now on behalf of me and my entire staff. There is no staff. For cursing. I get fired up. I'll tell you a little something personal about me. I just got a new Rolex. Bam! Bragging on it. Kind of proud of it. Something about me. I like to give some personal about me. What's something I could tell you right now? Oh, I spent 7 years in the U.S. Army. Did some time in Iraq. Did some time in Bosnia. What else? Was stationed all over, Germany, all that shit. What else? I worked 3 years in a prison. And so kind of affect the way I talk and deal with people. I have a zero tolerance for dumbasses. And I don't mind being talked to that way, so I tend to do that too. Everything I do is trying to help people, like I'm trying to help you. It pisses me off to no end that there are people in America that are broke, because it is completely fucking ridiculous. It has never been easier ever on planet Earth for anybody, regardless of age, race, or financial situation. Right now in this country, it's never been fucking easier to get rich. It's never been easier to get a job. When I got out of the Army, I didn't have shit and then I went and bought a truck. All the money I had, I bought a truck with it. Why? Because I knew with a truck I could work. I could deliver. I could mow yards. Like, I took these hands right here, these fucking hands. You have to work with what you have, with where you are, with what you can do. And I had these. And the one thing you can't do is out fucking work me. And so I decided if I was going to work, I'll work a minimum wage, and I'll work at fucking double shifts every fucking day. That's what I decided. Now, you don't have to do that, because what I believe in the Science of Getting Rich teaches, which that's my podcast, teaches that when you're too big for the room you're in, when you work too hard, when you're too responsible, oh, guess what? Getting rich is about responsibility, in case you didn't know. Raise your hand. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take on that mortgage. Oh, I'll take a second mortgage. I'll take a third. I'll take them all. Give me 100 fucking mortgages. Give them to me, man. I'll take all of them. Why? That's responsibility. You got people now, I don't want to own a house. Good, be broke. I don't want to own a house. Like, it's you know what that shit is? Fear of responsibility. What if I have to move? You can sell it. Holy shit. Like the people who talk about not owning a house. This is the dumbest shit I have ever heard. You won't own a house? Are you crazy? Of course you want to own a house. Have you not noticed housing prices are going up? And they've been going up your entire life. And you're going to let these idiot gurus on fucking YouTube tell you not to buy a house. Blows my mind. Blows my mind that real estate investors propagate, you know what I'm trying to say. That shit onto the normal people. Most people, you have to build a foundation of wealth. And a foundation of wealth starts with home ownership. It starts with not being in debt. It starts with creating multiple streams of income, or in other words, what I call getting your buckets right. I talk about this in my free ebook. You don't have to die broke. Hit my link, you can have it, right? All that shit. You notice I didn't even say this. Does anybody else cringe when YouTubers say smash the like button? Ah! I hate that phrase. Say something else. Fuck, they all copy each other. It's all the exact same cookie cutter bullshit. Have you noticed that? Smash the like button if you're... I hate it, dude. It's so fucking cringy. Say something else. Say something else. But most of the stuff that's created on here, you know what they're doing? They're creating in such a way, and a lot of them won't curse or this and that. Why? Because they're trying to make money. And YouTube, the overlords of YouTube, they're like, oh, we don't want you to talk like that, right? So because they need commercials on there. Because they're too fucking lazy to create products to sell you. See? So if they would create products, books, things like that, then they don't need YouTube's money. How about that, right? You don't need YouTube's money. Most of these people need YouTube's money. Guess why? Because they're not really rich. They're not really rich. They're all full of shit. When you're really rich, you don't give a fuck about YouTube's money. You have your own money. My money makes money. Right? You get what I'm saying? I'm going to make a 25 grand this month, whether I do shit or not. I don't need their AdSense money, man. I don't need that shit. Like, I'm doing things in the real world. I sell books. I'll sell more books than I would make on AdSense. Just my personal opinion. If you're so rich, why do you give a shit about their guidelines and saying it just so you don't get... Anyway, man, I'm ranting on that. I get tired of the cookie cutter bullshit that I see on YouTube, and a lot of it's just lies. It's not even real. Don't get me started about the traders. Here's a tip for you. Any video that says make 100 a day, make 500 a day, make 1,000 a day, they are full of shit. There, I just saved you on a bunch of videos, okay? Anyway, hit my link. All free, all good stuff. If it's not, I wouldn't sell it. And most of it's free, but so we covered it all, man. The 5 steps to mastering a skill from my book, Psychology of Creating Goals and Extraordinary Wealth. Told you something personal. I yelled and ranted about YouTubers that make me mad because their YouTube channel sucks. It's too professional and too edited, in my opinion. Most of it's a lie. That's the other thing. But it is just for entertainment. I get that. It's for entertainment purposes. Not indicative of future results. Don't you hate that too? I hate that too. If the past isn't indicative on future results, then what the fuck is? Like, we only have the past to look at, right? So crazy to me. Anyway, namaste. I hope anything I say can help you, motivate you. That's all I'm trying to do. Help people, motivate people, inspire people to not be broke. Keep your own money.